Positive and negative associations. That's how felines navigate the world of human interaction. The human language, the sounds. What's the payoff and what's the negative? Cats, over time, they're able to understand the human words they hear on a regular basis, words that impact them directly. And over time, associations are made that become vital to their day-to-day life. Let's now take a look at 15 human words that cats can, in their own way, understand. We'll begin with the most obvious, and that's a cat's name. Your pet will learn their name through sheer repetition. That word, that sound, being said over and over again, while your body language is directed right at your pet. By looking at your cat and saying the name, your cat in fairly short order, hopefully, will understand that what you're saying is not only directed at them, but it's the key word used to get their attention. If the name is said in a rather unique tone, a tone that is specific to that word, to that name, it will begin to stand out all the more. It won't just be another sound in a sea of sounds, it will be a sound of supreme importance. And like so many words in this listing, in this video, that's the key. These words, they should stand out, not only for the potential payoff of association for the cat, but the uniqueness of your vocal delivery. So we've got 1 down and 14 to go, so let's make our list. Number 14 is the word down or stop. Say it sharp with force, a direct and heavy tone. Use force with every delivery of the word, or words in this case. This word will get your cat's attention if in no time if it's delivered in the proper cadence. The word stop, it's key, especially in those early days of ownership when discipline is important, getting your cat to understand the do's and don'ts relative to your home and the structure that you'd personally like to maintain. As time goes on, the word stop will be a buzzkill for your pet. Your cat will associate it with something not very pleasant, and they'll know that you're none too pleased. Your pet, they'll grow to understand they don't want to be on the receiving end of such a harsh vocal tone. They'll know they don't want to fall out of your good graces, especially when the good is quite good. That negative association alone will be one of great importance to your pet and to you. For words 13 through 10, as we count down to number 1, here again, it's all about your word delivery, your personal delivery, and most always the negative or positive association that accompanies any given word. Now, I do realize that your word choice for certain things, certain commands, it could be very different than the next person. So your 15 words, they could mean the same, but actually be quite different with respect to the actual selection. With that said, whatever word you use for snacks, for treats, whatever the word, stick with it and watch your cat react. Cats, well, it doesn't take them too long before they know the difference between mealtime and snack time. As a cat owner, if you just look at my cats, for example. My cats, as the example for this one, if I say treats, they just go wild almost instantly. There's some type of reaction. The sound, well, they're immediately thinking about the association and that payoff. The same can be said for dinner, food, dinner time. Here again, it's all about your personal word selection. Out, want to go out. Back in the day when my cats used to go outside, the word out would see them running to the back door, no matter where they were physically when I said the word. They associated that sound with the door, and of course being able to go outside. The word inside. If your cat is out playing, that can be used in the same way. The sound is given, and the association is quickly made that we're calling it a day, and it's time to go back inside. Words 9 through 1. Let's talk about nicknames for word number 9. It's fairly common that some cats do have a nickname, something extra that you've added to their existing name, something playful. Baby girl, sweet baby, or just a play on words of their existing name, just anything a bit extra. Well, your cat, just like they'll learn their name, they'll learn that too. That association, they'll know that you're talking to them. Another notable, it's not always too pleasant, this one, but let's take the word vet, as in we're going to the vet. Now, I can certainly see why some cats will just never know it, they'll never learn it, simply because it's not spoken. But in the same way that a cat could associate that cat carrier with something negative, they could associate the word vet, if it's said enough times with the same gusto, let's say. A trip to the vet, loading up in that cat carrier. It's very much a negative association for many a feline, almost like telling a child they're going to the dentist. Other words that your cat can learn and understand that play to positive associations. The word water, Play or playtime, the variation of your choice. Bed, telling your cat to go to bed or to get in their bed or get to their bed. Some type of directional word that tells your cat the day is over and it's time to rest for the night. Piggybacking on the word bed, a word I like to use with my cats, night-night. Go night-night, I say often. Most often this is, for the most part, the final word or final phrase I say to my cats at the end of each day. This signals to them that I'm leaving. I'm going out of this space for several hours, and this lets them know that there's a good chance I won't be seeing them again until that sun comes up. It's a nightly thing to use those words, so when I say it, they understand and they know what's happening. And here's another one. I'll be back. Not quite like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator, but when I'm leaving or going to another room for a few hours, whatever the case might be, I'll say I'll be back. They've learned to associate that with my absence, but also my return. Many times I return, it's usually in short order, at least for the most part. This is just my way of letting them know that I'm leaving, but stay tuned because I'm coming back. I'll be back. Another word that your cat can learn is stay. You can teach your cat to stay put. Don't move a muscle, giving your cat a direction in this way. This word, depending on the context, it's a lot like saying, I'll be back, or you'll be back. You could be letting your cat, allowing your cat to stay, telling them to stay because you're leaving, yet giving them that promise of your return. And finally, the final word here in this video, well, I suppose it's not really a word at all. I guess that's the trick of it all. But it can become an almost immediate association of attention. And that, and don't ask me to imitate it, by the way, that's that classic tisk. I think we all know some variation of the tisk. Many times when a cat doesn't respond to the calling of their very own name with physical action or even a glance over, that tisk, it could do the trick. A tisk is really designed to not only get a cat's general attention, but also break their concentration. If a cat, let's say, is in a bit of a jam, a tough spot, perhaps under a parked vehicle and refusing to come out, or let's say they're outside in the yard and refusing to come in, sometimes that classic tisk can work better than just about anything else, especially if that tisk is accompanied by something positive, the positive association of treats or a good old-fashioned petting session. So with all of the words, all of the word variations, never sleep on the old school tisk. Your cat can learn it fast and associate it with attention, and perhaps a positive association and positive connection. To the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, these were 15 words and 15 associations that your cat can in fact understand, but in truth, depending on how this topic is framed, this number could be much higher than 15, perhaps, I don't know, 50? Can your cat learn 50 words and 50 associations? So that begs the question, what are your words? What are your sounds? In the day-to-day interactions with your pet, what words and sounds do you use? And have you always used the same words, or have you adopted a new set? Perhaps as your cat has aged. As always, that comment section, it's all yours. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.